Oh, tight, yeah!
Hey guys, I just wanted to share my skin routine.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
I came to laugh at you.
It's Shopper Reed here. Now it occurred to me there might be kiddies watching, yeah? Hello, kiddies. Fucking hello. Hello.
And fucking hello indeed. How are we doing, boys and girls? Hope you're all having a fantastic day, night, evening, whatever it may be. Hope tomorrow is even better. I just want each day to get better and better and better for all of you. But we are back with another stream. We didn't stream like at all last week. We kind of took the week off. Man, I'll be real. When the fucking American daylight savings kicked in, that kind of screwed up so much of my scheduling as well. You'd be surprised how much of my scheduling, centers around to do with Americans as well, man, and British people. But, we work around it. We do what we can. I'm actually looking forward to when I get daylight savings early April, because that's just going to be peak. Because when everything, like when those clocks change here, that's like peak timing for me, man. And then that's when I want it to stay. And then daylight savings can fuck off into a ditch as far as I'm concerned. After that, yeah, swap it. I'm ready for the swap. I prefer this one that's coming up. Like the time zone I'm in now, this daylight savings sucks donkey balls. But when it swaps at the start of April, that's the one I want. Everything else can just fuck off. Daylight savings is AIDS. Literal Ebola AIDS. But how are we doing, boys and girls? We got a few things to go over today. I really want to talk about some of this Halo stuff that's going on at the moment, because your boy be a big Halo fan. It's to do with like fan projects and how we can kind of like, dunk on the show at the same time as well. So that's a win. And then, of course, man, you've probably seen it pop up. This always pops up every now and then. The Resident Evil 5 was always racist. So because Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to be coming out, I think in like the next couple of days, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. And then after that, what comes after 4, 5, and then there's the possibility of Resident Evil 5 being remade or remastered, whatever you want to call it. And then that once again brings up the whole, is it racist argument? And the answer is no. And then there's a few things to go over that. But I want to know how everyone's doing. Tell me how you're all doing. Let's get the chat open. Swig some fucking coffee. God, I love caffeine. Oh, fuck yeah. That's good. That's real good. Huge shout out to everybody who's here. Thank you so much. Slap that thumbs up button, and a massive, massive thank you to the channel members. You fucking McLegends. So I got my boy D-Day here. Time to replay the first half of the game to light some jogger ass. Fucking hell. Yeah, you should be coming out swinging. I dig it. I dig it. What's up, brightest day? Oi, cunt. G'day, Sean, you fucking dog. The Blabs is here. What's up, Blabs? Blabs! How you doing, Blabs? Cell Shade. This dude is an incredible artist. Okay? Cell Shade is a fucking cracked artist, man. Him and Megatron, man, they're fucking poggers, man. They're fucking poggers. What's with this fucking camera focus, man? Someone tell my cameramans we're going out of focus quite a bit lately. We've got to fix that shit. Let's fucking go, cunt. My boy Reaper. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Good morning to you, sir. Do you drink coffee? Sandro, how we doing? Yeesh. with the yeesh emojis. Anyone who's got access to emojis, spam the shit out of them right now. The lovely Lindsay is here. Hello, Lindsay. How we doing, Lindsay? Rocky. G'day, Rocky. How you doing, man? My boy Dan Blackroyd with a new profile picture. I'll be the judge of what is too racist. I am the deciding vote on the World Race Committee. This is true. This is true. Also, he gets 2 votes when it comes to, on Dave Chappelle, when they do like the sports trading, except it's race trading, Dan Blackroyd gets 2 votes in that whole thing. What? That's true. We're going to use that. My boy Holocron. How you doing, Holocron? It's good to see you, sir. Alex. Yeesh. I'm also simply dog hunt for Nadia, dude. I would slam them Nadia cheeks. Something ferocious. Shuck. The Chuck. What's up, man? Looks like Resident Evil 5 might be too base for a remake by Capcom then. Well, modern Capcom, that's for damn sure. How you doing, mate? Daylight savings sucks. Daylight savings ruins everything. I'm digging this daylight savings hate. What's this? You're looking mighty sheer today. Yeah. This morning, man, it had to go. It was too scruffy. Like, this is too long. I consider this too long as it is right now. But this was something else, man. This was too much. It had to go. How we doing, Tex? Alexandra stole Leafer's beard. Oh, that bitch won't do anything unless Nadia tells her it's okay. Shane! So Resident Evil 5 is racist again. It's 2009 all over again. I'm glad you mentioned the 2009 because we're going to bring that up. How you doing, Cowman? I'm nearly Eddie Monster. What have you done? Blabs. Shut me up. Have I said anyone? Didn't miss anyone? I remember the Mob Resident Evil 5 racist argument. What a time to be alive. Yeah, we'll touch on that. They jumped. It goes back. It does go back, which is the funny thing. It's not a brand new thing. It just goes to show you that certain outlets have always been retarded. I'm seeing a whole lot of fucking emojis. I love it. Another Grub City betrayal. That was a stupid controversy when the original Resident Evil 5 game came out. That just feels so weird to say. The original Resident Evil 5. But I know what you mean, man. But it just feels so really weird to say. Original Resident Evil 5, man. 2009. Well, I guess we should just jump into it, eh? Oh, Resident Evil and racism go way back. You know, what I always found funny, and, God rest his soul, but when Lance played Wesker in the Netflix Resident Evil series, I never watched it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. He was always a good actor, in my opinion. Like, I really liked him in The Wire, and I think he plays a wicked character in Oz. Oz is it probably is like my favorite TV show. Okay, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's a personal favorite of mine. And the character that he played in Oz was wild. He was an undercover cop in jail that ended up getting addicted to drugs and shit. But they got him to play Wesker in Resident Evil's in the Netflix Resident Evil, and I'm like, so let me get this straight. You took the character that had some Nazi undertones to him and got a black guy to play it. But Resident Evil 5's too racist. Okay. It be like that. It fucking be like that, man. Fucking another day, another dying media outlet bitching about Resident Evil. God, Soul Assassin. Fucking spot on into that one, man. Anthony, holy shit. With the $20 super chat, Anthony. Holy fuck. Thank you, Anthony. Sony's got to stop being little cunts. Just let it go to the Xbox purchase Activision and stop making a big case out of it. And we can be done with this. This is the 20. Apparently, a PSM Slim model is coming out this year. Yeah, PS5 Slim is coming out this year, apparently. I have heard that. Apparently, that's true, though. I actually agree when it comes to the Activision buyout. I think Sony are just being really sooky about the whole thing, and they're just throwing shit at the wall, and they're just outright making shit up at this stage as well. And I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't own an Xbox. I don't use my PlayStation 4. I got my PC. I'm happy with my PC. I got my PC and my Switch, and I can pretty much do everything with those. Okay, now, but I agree. Sony are the ones that are just being sooks when it comes to this whole buyout. And it kind of leads me to believe, why are they so scared unless they're lying about some of their exclusive sales for like God of War, for example? Thank you, Anthony. Thank you very much, Anthony. Oz was wild. Every character was the most fucked up person you can think of, but they all powered in comparison to Schillinger. So I can't watch the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans and not see Schillinger. So whenever J. Jonah Jameson is in those scenes talking to Peter Parker, I'm like, oh, fuck, that's Schillinger. Be very careful, Peter. Be very, very careful, Peter. This is going to go bad really quickly. I can just picture J. Jonah Jameson talking to Peter, being like, you're not Jewish, are you? Okay, so let's jump into this Resident Evil fucking malarkey. So when I was just Googling Resident Evil racist, right? This is the first thing that came up. So this is from IGN, and y'all know my stance on IGN. I've hated them since I first discovered them. Big Kingdom Hearts fan. I discovered them through their Kingdom Hearts 2 review, and within the first 5 seconds, they said that Roxas was a pointless character, which is just Ebola levels of retarded. Right, so this came out in 2009, February 11th, 2009, this dropped. Is Resident Evil 5 racist? We examine the social implications of the latest entry in Capcom's storage series. Now, I'm not going to go over this whole thing, right? Because I did give it a scan read before I went live, and it's so dumb, man. They go on to talk about O.J. Simpson and shit like that, and it's like, what does O.J. Simpson have to do with Resident Evil, okay? They stretch so far. The whole idea of this being racist comes back to the simple fact that in the first half of the game, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I played Resident Evil 5, which, by the way, I still think to this day is overhated. Anyway, so in the first half of this game, you do kill a lot of black zombies. But, well, they're not technically zombies, but you get where I'm going with this. But they're fucking zombies for the most part. So who cares, okay? The game is set in Africa, okay? For the first half at least. So majority of the African population, take a guess, right? So that's what you're fighting against. And you do have Shiva with you as well, who is also black. So I don't know, you got a good black character as well. And it's not like these characters that you're killing are inherently evil because they're just infected by the virus, right? So you spend the first half of the game wiping out a lot of these infected zombies, you know, whatever you want to call them. And they just happen to be black due to the game setting, which is, of course, in Africa, okay? And it wasn't like it was just out of the blue. They even go on to talk about how it was kind of hinted or even revealed that the setting would be in Africa as well, based on how the story was going through. And then they spend the whole time talking about, oh, all these terrible things are happening to the African population. Therefore, the game is racist, okay? Which is just an incredible reach, okay? But there is a comment all the way down at the bottom here, which is a new comment because of this whole bullshit popping up again. And Pete sums it up perfectly right here. I completely agree with the writer. I'm so anti-racist that I never want to see a black in any game ever again. And that's how it is, okay? They go on so far to say that, hey, there shouldn't be blacks in this game because you're having to kill all of them, all right? So I guess the correct response would be, well, then just remove the black people. This is what happens, man. We've seen this time and time again when people try to be so anti-racist, they try to be so anti-racist that they end up being racist. Seen it 1,000 times, okay? What they're essentially getting at here is remove black people from the game. I would say that's kind of racist, but that's what happens when you try to. When you go this far woke, you end up being racist, man. And I think we've all seen this time and time again as well, that these people, a lot of these people, they've always been racist. It's just now that they can disguise it under woke bullshit and they get to kind of flaunt their racism, which is so bizarre. The more you think about it, they're flexing their racism in a very public outlet. IGN, you know, we all bag on them, and rightfully fucking so, but you can't deny that they're a big outlet. And here they are in 2009, you know, I was in my second year of high school, man. I was like 14 or some shit, right? And here they are now, back then, flexing their racism then. But now, because we live in 2023 and society's just gone down the toilet, you know, now they can be very open with their racism. But they've always been doing it. Always been doing it. We're going all the way back to 2009 and they're flaunting their racism. When this game dropped, I did not hear about this racist bullshit, okay? Granted, I was in school, so I wasn't as connected to, like, you know, the nerd world that I am now, the geek world, all that type of stuff. Always into it, though, you know, like video games, comics, all that type of shit. But this was not a conversation. When this game dropped, when I was in school, everyone was just going, holy fuck, we can split screen play this motherfucker. And no one wanted to play as Shiva, not because she was black, not because she was a woman, but because the bitch was left-handed, and it was just off to a lot of us, having the camera being over the left shoulder. Like, can we fucking move that? That's why a lot of us didn't want to play as Shiva. Nothing to do with race or gender or anything like that. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's just, who the fuck cares, really? The point is, however, they've always been playing this racist card, okay? IGN, always garbage. Always been garbage. But now, we'll move on to the next little part. But before we do, I've got to catch up on Anthony with the $1 super chat. Thank you very much, Anthony. Really do appreciate that. Thank you very much, good sir. Thank you for the buckaroo. Murray. Chad, how you been, you fucking motherfucker? Brandon with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Lethal, you matter. Look up in the sky. A colony drop incoming. Fuck. Well, luckily for me, it lands on Sydney. Sony sucks. PC Resident Evil 4 for life. Time to talk anime and gaming. Cheers, mate. No, thank you very much, Brandon. Fucking really cool channel, Brandon's. One of my personal favorite anime channels, man. Really, really digging, man. Fucking, I gotta get you on one of these streams sometime soon, man. Shiva should be right-handed. Fuck the left-handed bullshit. Yeah, I remember that's why everyone hated the character. Okay, that was why everyone didn't like the character. And when you played solo, she got in the way a lot. That's why people didn't like Shiva. Her actual like character, though, I think was pretty positively received, if I remember correctly. Okay, that's from what I remember. Everyone was kind of cool with her as a character, but her being left-handed just annoyed the fuck out of everyone, man. Fucking Shiva, man. She can fuck right off. And she got in the way of everyone. But I don't think they will remake or remaster, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Fucking Resident Evil 5. I don't think they'll do it. I don't think they will do it, man. I don't think they got the balls to do it, man. I think new Capcom's way too like shit to do this, man. They won't do it. Or they'll make all the zombies white in Africa, which I dare them to do as well, because once again, more racist flaunting. When there is nothing to correct, when there is really nothing to correct, you end up overcorrecting. Yeah, and you just ended up looking like a fucking idiot. Lethal, what happened to your beard? I got rid of it this morning. It had to go, Joe. It had to go. It had to go. It was all scruffy and I don't know. I look like a hobo. I look like a fucking hobo. Like this here, this is too long. This has to go as well. This had to go. This has got to go. This has got to be short. But this had me looking like a hobo. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you. You've upset Joe. Yeesh. What am I doing? Anyway, that's that one. But that brings us to modern day fucking bullshit. Which, of course, where else would it come from but the gamer? So Resident Evil 5, too racist for a remake. And, you know, considering it's modern day Capcom, yeah, it probably is. I wouldn't be surprised if not too long from now we get a statement from Capcom apologizing for creating this game. And again, just to get back on the whole Shiva tangent, for the most part, as far as I remember, Shiva as a character was pretty positively received. It was just her, like, as an AI, she just kept getting in the way, and she kind of sucked to play as in split screen because she was left-handed. Okay? So Resident Evil loves a good remake. This is true. Resident Evil 4 just keeps getting remade. The definitive edition, all new definitive Resident Evil 4 coming out next console again. Capcom has been trading in reimaginings of survival horror since 2002 when the beloved original was brought back to life on the Nintendo GameCube. Remember the GameCube. Never owned one, but my friend had one, and it was so cool, man. We used to go over and like plug in like Pokemon, like Fire Red, and like play fucking Pokemon on the TV, man. Mine was blown, dude. I don't think my mind had been blown like that. That blew my mind like nothing else up until like the first time I saw a pair of boobs in my face. Okay, then it was like, okay, this kind of beats the Pokemon on the big screen. So it was a stellar remake and the definitive version of a classic game. The same can be said for 2019's Resident Evil 2, which I have not played, but everyone says that's like the best thing Resident Evil has like ever done, right? which even now considered the best in the series since it exploded into the scene 4 years ago. 3 wasn't great. I agree. Resident Evil 3 remake sucked. It was just way overpriced for what you got. But I still had fun with the new spin on things now. Resident Evil's 4 turn, a game so nice they've remastered it 3 times, and now the remake treatment is sent to introduce this banger in a new generation. So everything I've seen of Resident Evil 4 remaster, graphically, it looks insane. Okay? But I'm so sick of these games being remastered. Resident Evil 5 is the next logical step. Yes, because 5 comes after number 4. Given it's mostly a sequel with many of the same gameplay mechanics and set pieces, it also has a mandatory co-op, even if you're playing alone, removing the little horror that was left, giving you characters with twice the firepower. Yeah, I think everyone will agree that by the time we got to like Resident Evil 5, like the horror thing was kind of more or less completely removed. It was very much more of an action game. So Resident Evil 4 influenced Gears of War. And in turn, Resident Evil 5 looked at Gears of War and decided it needed a slice of the grey, edgy, and bloated pie. Oh, fuck you. It's not a bad game, but I'd struggle to describe it as anything and then a pale imitation. You're a fucking idiot. What? Since when was Resident Evil 5 a cover shooter like Gears of War? When? Since when? Because I must have played the wrong game then, because I don't remember Resident Evil 5 being at all like Gears of War, except for that part when the zombies popped out of the ground and started swarming at me, and I had to use the Hammer of Dawn. Oh yeah, what am I thinking? Wrong game. The game's legacy is also tainted by its racism, intentional or not. It's there. No, this game is not racist. Like Dan said, when you try to overcorrect something that doesn't need correcting, you end up looking like an idiot. And that was the thing. This game was not racist in the slightest. It was set in Africa, so as you can imagine, majority of the infected that you were fighting were in fact black. So I guess the only answer to this is to completely remove blacks from the game, and there you go. You wouldn't be having to kill so many black people then, would you? Simple as that, right? There you go. Done. Remove Africa. We're taking out Wakanda, man. Getting the nukes ready. Dumbass shit. So this person was still in primary school when Resident Evil was unveiled, so a little bit younger than me. So my understanding of racism and the historical role it plays in global social political culture was fairly lacking. Now, keep in mind, this is from an outlet called The Gamer, and we're talking about global social political racism culture from an outlet called The Gamer, okay? This is why all these outlets are dying. They're all garbage, and they're all written by fucktards that didn't even know what a video game was until, their boyfriend left them to go play a video game because she's that much of an annoying fucking bitch that her boyfriend would rather go play Resident Evil 5, probably with his black friend as well. Fucking hell. So I just wanted to murder zombies with my friends, and it didn't matter what color they were. No one cared, or what country I happened to be in. Exactly. That's how, 99 out of 100 people thought about this game. Have you ever noticed how these things, and the same thing fucking happened just on the flip side with Hogwarts Legacy. They never actually talk about the game itself, just all the bullshit around it. To this day, I have not seen, and it will never exist, there is not one Hogwarts Legacy review that I think anyone can trust from any outlet, from any person, because that's how much that fucking shit was tainted by all the bullshit. Same thing with this one. This bitch has nothing to say about the game itself, just the color of the zombies. Who the fuck cares? So the infection must be cleansed. I bet you this person wears a mask while writing this stuff. And not putting my upgraded shotgun to use would be a tragic waste. But even back then, there was something uneasy about how the game depicted Africa. The awkward marketing, eager to focus on a white man waltzing into an impoverished town only to murder its inhabitants. Yeah, so that certain white man that they're talking about happens to be one of the all-time greatest villains in all of gaming. And like I said, I believe that character also has some Nazi undertones. So God forbid they take a character with Nazi undertones and make him an incredible villain, right? So how's that for your social, political, fucking homosexual, fucking whatever you're fucking going on about? Fucking hell. Where we at? Boom. When you have more remakes in the series than original games, maybe it's time to think of something new. Pump the brakes there. As long as he's keeping all the giant spiders and venomous bugs away, I have always wanted to go to Australia. Listen, I will buy you, I'll get you like 16 cans of bug spray and we'll just go hunting them. How does that sound, Joe? Sounds fun to me. We'll get rid of them. We'll wipe out the bug population here, man. Let's genocide the bugs. Anthony with a $5 do super chat. Thank you very much. You wanted to see like a remastered of Resident Evil 5. Well, I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I don't think they'll commit to doing a Resident Evil 5 remaster. If they do, I will be surprised, but I don't think it's going to happen. The game is trying so hard to stay relevant. They're doing their best. Boat trip. Oh, hope you didn't get seasick. Resident Evil inspired Dead Space more than Gears. I can see that. Definitely more than Gears. I don't know where the connection of Gears is coming from, man. That's definitely definitely a bit of a jump, though, isn't it? I don't see the connection between these two. I was gonna say, you don't know Blabs? Pretty sure you know Blabs, man. She did a good job reviewing. I think it's tainted. I think every single review of Hogwarts Legacy is tainted. It's just that simple, unfortunately. That's just how shit fucking gaming discourse is now. It's just so dog shit. It's dead, in my opinion. Or Wicked Bar. Wicked Bar becomes a channel member. Thank you so much, Wicked Bar. You mad lad, Wicked Bar. Thank you, Wicked Bar. Wicked Bar, you can spam emojis now. Thank you, Wicked Bar. Much love, Wicked Bar. Thank you, Wicked Bar. And fucking big shout out to all the channel members as well. Legends. Legends. All right, anyway, let's keep going making fun of these stooges. You know, as much as I like to roast these types of people, I got to admit, they roast themselves better than anyone can possibly roast them. It is that simple. They're dumb fucks. Yeah, emojis. Emojis. Fucking hell. The reveal trailer that dropped in 2005 was deliberately vague descriptions of where it takes place or what the game is even about. Well, considering it's a Resident Evil, I can come up with something that's going to be sure. So Chris is back this time without his bulging muscles. He punches a boulder. His arms are like the size of my fucking head in that game. So stupid. Okay, blah, blah, blah. At first glance, this trailer is pretty innocent, but early on enough in the game's production that I'm unsure if certain locations or characters were even decided yet. The E3 2007 showing wasn't nearly lucky. The preview of the game's opening, which, without the presence of the partner Shiva, boils down to a hench of white dude beating the shit out of hostile African natives. What? What? See what I mean? I can't make fun of these people. They do it too good themselves, man. Okay, the game's opening, which without the presence of your partner Shiva, boils down to a hench white dude beating the shit out of hostile African natives.
Okay.
They actually fucking wrote that. So would it have been better if Shiva was there so that way the white dude could beat the shit out of the hostile African natives and then turn around and go, oh, it's okay, my black friend is here? Fuck me. What? Okay. So this caused backlash at the time. No, it didn't. With the hasty addition of a mixed race co-op partner. Oh, wow. Oh, so Shiva isn't even black enough for him. Shiva is not black enough for him now. Okay. This is so good. So Shiva isn't black enough, and the trailer was just a white dude beating the shit out of hostile Africans. You could argue that the game is set in Africa. Of course, it's going to result in people of color being infected, which is a valid point. Yeah, okay. That view falls away the moment Chris and Shiva venture into the swamplands and are immediately assaulted by natives donning bamboo sticks whose main mode of combat is throwing homemade spears while screaming in a dialect that feels ripped straight out of an insensitive 30s cartoon. Holy fuck, that is a reach and a half right there, man. What are they supposed to be? We're in the swamplands. What are we supposed to do? So they're in the swamplands. They don't know much about, modern day society. So would it have been better if we had them speaking full on proper Queen's English and give them mech suits to show that they're really far advanced in technology? Would that have been the answer? Okay. It's difficult to defend, especially awkward to revisit all these years later. This is what happens when you go in looking for something to be mad about. See, these types of outlets, look, I'm just going to highlight my spot here. These types of outlets, like The Gamer, absolute garbage. I don't think they're as bad as IGN. IGN, I consider to be the bottom of the barrel. Okay? But you go in looking for something to be mad about. So Resident Evil 4 Remake is just around the corner. So they want to put out Resident Evil articles on their website. Makes sense to me. Okay. So what comes after 4? 5. So are they going to remake or remaster Resident Evil 5? What can we be mad about? What's going to get attention? Well, Resident Evil 5 was racist and always was racist, according to retards. So let's just keep doubling down or tripling down or quadrupling down on this racist, retarded approach that we're going with here. And again, I do think the way these outlets are sounding, they sound fucking racist to me. And they go in looking for something to be mad about, because these people are incapable of playing a video game and just pointing out what they consider to be good about the game, bad about the game, whatever it may be, blah, 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 blah. Instead, they have to go down this route. It's the only way these people can afford to buy their fucking tin of cat food to survive off for a next week, man. Look, whenever you see these people, coming at you, making fun of you, trying to insult you, trying to tear down shit you like, just remember these people live off cat food. Okay, they have to share cat food. And they're dumb. And women. Yeesh. What's up, Kenzo? How we doing, man? Zombie mechs. Did this person not research what work they put into the game? No, not for one moment. We all get things wrong here and there, but I mean, this is like some level 1 shit here, man. This is a fucking Google search. So in 2009, Africa had some of the world's foremost universities. Who the fuck what does this have to do with Resident Evil? Resident Evil is not set in our real world, okay? You can't walk down the street and see Albert Wesker ready to fuck your shithole up, okay? He exists only in the Resident Evil world. So if the Resident Evil world wants to make some changes to Earth, who cares? And what does our Earth have to do? What the fuck does universities in Africa have to do with African zombies? Unless you're going to set a zombie outbreak in a university, who really gives a flying fuck? Oh, shit. We should probably ban that Picard dude. Anyway. And yet Capcom decided to portray its people not as modern workers, but as savages in stereotypical tribal gear. That's a really big reach on that one, man. Look, yeah, Resident Evil made Picard racist. It's a trope as inaccurate as it is insensitive. Yeah, but no one gave a shit. We were too busy killing zombies. Africa is a sprawling continent, and Resident Evil 5 views it as a singular entity. Oh, who cares? With a few worthwhile characteristics to unpin people in the cultures who call it home. See, look how pathetic this is, man. This is all it is just about, oh God. They can't even continue, they can't even commit to what they consider to be racist. They're changing their own mind on what isn't racist for their own shit, okay? Instead, they just want to say, oh, well, now it goes from a white dude beating up an African dude, and his black friend isn't there, so that it's racist. And by the way, his black friend isn't black enough. And Africa has universities. Like, righto, okay. They're going to talk about the persecution white people have to go through in South Africa. Oh, of course not. Of course not. You silly man. Of course not. But exactly. I mean, what? If they're going to commit to bringing in all this real world bullshit into their Resident Evil 5 as racist argument, why don't they go look at some of the counterpoints? No. And from a website called The Gamer, all that shit should just be ignored and focus on the game itself. There is no... Look, if there is someone out there that can actually put together a coherent argument that isn't retarded as to why Resident Evil 5 was always racist, I will listen to it. Because, look, if there's people out there that genuinely agree that this game is racist, I am yet to find one good fucking argument as to why. Now, this right here, Raccoon City, I'd say that's more racist than this whole fucking game. And I'm not saying that's racist, but I think you could argue that that's probably a bit more racist than this whole fucking game. Jesus Christ, man. If there's anyone out there that can put together like some like dumb fuck like Hassan Piker or some shit, man, who needs to stop dodging Sam Hyde, because my boy Sam Hyde will fucking eat him. Man, if there's some retard out there like him that could put together an argument as to why this game's racist, I am prepared to listen to it, because as of right now, I can't find one good argument. Not one. I don't even know if it exists. Ronaldo A. Ramirez with a 5 through super chat. Thank you, good sir. Really do appreciate that, you fucking McLegend. Why can't we treat the black zombies the same as other zombies? Seems real bigoted, the gamer. I agree. I fully agree. Zombies are zombies. Oi, zombie lives matter. Zombie lives matter. Kill a black cop in number 2. It goes way back. Oh, man. Mainstream journalism, boys and girls. Mainstream gaming journalism. I always bounce back and forth. What is more dead? No, let me reword this. What is more retarded? Mainstream gaming journalism or mainstream comic book journalism? I can't decide. I can't decide which is more not racist, more retarded. I think mainstream gaming is more retarded. Oh, no. See, I can't decide. It goes both ways, man. I just can't. It's all bad. It is all bad. Check my DMs. Comic book, you think? I think Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday is probably comic book. The other ones go to gaming. What has Kenzo done here? What have you done, Kenzo? So before we get into the Halo shit, we got to see what Kenzo's done. What is this?
Previously on Gronking on Dogs.
So the publisher claims
So
that
they go and
What the fuck? So the publisher claims
So
that
they go and
shut the fuck up for a second. Next time you do that, I'll come down there. I will take this cord around this mouse and wrap it around your fucking throat.
Gundam. They're doing Gundam, but it's NFT characters.
What did you just say, cunt?
Not Gundam. Fuck. What's
What the
that
fuck did you
fucking?
just say?
What's that shitty anime game you like? And it's got different characters and they have different star levels. So you get like a level 1 star. Fuck.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was a big
10.
fucking
9 out of 10.
Cameron would give it a 9 out of 10.
What? I don't know what it is.
What
Hang
game?
on,
What game is it?
I don't know what the fuck you are talking about.
Well, it's not correct. This is true.
Kingdom Hearts?
No, Kingdom Hearts. It's a fucking anime game. Brady would go on about. You and Brady would go on about it.
Are you talking about Genshin Impact?
Oh, Genshin?
That's it. Genshin. It's like Genshin, but fucking NFT shit.
Oh dear
There you
You
lord.
need to go to fucking bed. Holy shit! I'm playing that later tonight on Gronkin. That's so fucking wild. Boy, you gotta subscribe to Kenzo, man. 69 subs. That shit is so good. Boy, he did a full Aussie cartoon, man. That's so fucking wild. There was one part here that was just insane. Where was it? Fucking.
And it's got different characters and they have different star levels. So you get like a level 1 star. Fuck.
Oh, I can't find it. Where he was smoking a bong. Fucking hell, Kenzo, you legend. That was fucking good. See, I love this shit, man. Fucking people out there creating their own animations, their own comics, and all this type of shit. That's fucking nuts, dude. That is fucking nuts. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Darth Cisco. Hello, Darth Cisco. How are we doing? Yes, the Blaps is here. Take that as you will. Anthony with a 5 through super chat. Thank you very much, Anthony. What that person who made that article has no intelligent brain. That's 10% is that person's IQ. I think that's a bit generous, giving them double digits. I'd give it a solid 6. Protect Mozza. We ban Joe, please. Nah, Mozza's funny. Mozza is funny. Okay. All right, now, I'm going for time. Okay. I'm going to talk about this Halo stuff here, man. So this shit's pretty fucking wild. So I don't know how many of you guys have been following, or probably none of you. So obviously the Halo TV show was like pathetically bad, but there's this channel called Halo Follower. I don't mind him. I think some of the Halo channels are pretty shilly, but I don't mind this guy. He's all right, but he's doing his own series. He's creating like his own like Halo timeline. Obviously not canon, but I mean, if they can create Silver timeline, he can create his own. And look, just check this shit out, man. So he's done a video where it was Noble 6 versus the Master Chief. And I think the Halo Reach game doesn't really fit within canon, but whatever. Noble 6 is pretty well beloved, and the game has a pretty cool campaign. But this guy, man, look, check this shit out.
Who are you?
See, that's Blue Team, meeting Noble 6. So the whole thing is like, what if Noble 6 survived the end of Halo Reach?
Classified. Noble Team.
And that's not Steve Downs, by the way.
Yes.
Welcome back, Halo followers. Today, I want to talk about a massive project coming up. Noble 6, The Ghost of Reach, the untold story about how Noble 6 survives Reach, but not only that, ties into a grander MCU-inspired like universe that me and some friends are writing.
Obviously, I don't like him comparing it to MCU, but I get what he's going for. How it's going to be a big overarching story, which is pretty cool considering it's just a few people making it. And this already, I'd take this shit, what we're looking at right now, over that whole fucking Paramount garbage show. And fuck Paramount, by the way. They can suck my ass.
Writing called the Noble Timeline.
Noble Timeline.
This is a whole series that we are planning on making and are making some great strides in actually finishing it. So, Noble 6, The Ghost of Reach.
So he's already put together a little timeline there. So it's going to be Ghost of Reach and then Master Chief versus Noble 6, which he has already made. Like, that's already a thing. He's already made that. It goes for like 8 minutes from memory, man. And then Blue Team versus Oni. Oh my God, just the sound of that. So Oni, Office of Naval Intelligence, is kind of like Halo's version of like corrupt as fuck Black Ops CIA fucking Kremlin motherfuckers. Like, it's a rabbit hole of lore, but that's going to be really cool because that's Master Chief's team as Blue Team versus Oni. So, human on human violence.
So, Noble 6, The Ghost of Reach. What is this project about and how is it possible? That's what we're going to discuss today in today's featurette. And I have some really great things to show off.
Before we humor
your request. I need
That
to
looks
hear
cool.
the account from you directly.
Obviously, a reference near the game.
Tell me, what transpired?
Hey,
on
that looks a
Reach?
little bit iffy, but whatever.
It's funny, a lot of people assume that
Not a
the
$100
reason
million
why these
project.
animations take so long is because of the animation. But most of the time is because we want to write and get the story and characters right. I mean, how do we honor Noble Six in his sacrifice? How do we honor Noble Team? And how we have excessive time to work on the script, not just write it in 2-3 weeks, but to spend.
See, look at that shit, man. That's like actual. There's more effort going into this fan project than there was the whole Paramount show. Okay. And yeah, I saw this here. I take it you reached out to some of the ODST people. So there's like free. By the way, thank you, Brian State. But there's like free ODST fan movies in the works. I briefly spoke with one of the directors on Twitter. As you can imagine, he's busy as fuck. But we spoke for a little bit. I don't know. I might wait to things kind of cool down with how much work he's doing, and then I'll reach out to him again. But I haven't spoken with like any of the actors or anything, if that's what you mean, Brightest Day. I might be getting confused which ones you know and who I spoke to. I don't know if they're even on the same movie, actually. But it just goes to show, man. Like, it's so weird. Like, and this is the thing that I love about this type of stuff. Okay. So a crappy, shitty project comes out, which was the Paramount Plus Halo show, which was just, it was just bad. Even if you don't like Halo, it was just a bad show. Okay. And so many people looked at that and said, I'm going to make my own and I'm going to make it better. Okay. So in a weird way, it kind of inspired some things that could be pretty cool. And of all the fan projects I've seen, they all look better than the fucking Paramount Plus show. And this one over here, just being from like a bunch of Halo YouTubers, that's fucking awesome. All right. And then, like, you know, I'll give a shout out to my boy Red Gaze with Sunsworn. Do you know what his inspiration for Sunsworn was? The Last Jedi. He saw The Last Jedi and said, I'm done with Star Wars. I'm making my own. And that's what he did with Sunsworn. Hello, Jeremy 5.
Not just write it in 2-3 weeks, but to spend months and months polishing it is because we have extra time. Because XN's motion capture allows us to record
They're
ourselves
doing mocap
with very little cleanup, finishing scenes in a matter of days.
She's with a team of Oni Spartan agents on Sanghelios.
I don't think there was any mention of Sanghelios in the Paramount Plus show.
Then that's where we're going.
So, just got to the studio, and we're gonna do some mocap. So, still working on this place, but yeah, gotta get that fixed.
I think what I love most about XNs is how I
Already more effort. Like, we saw Katie Sackhoff kind of accidentally dunked on the Halo show when she talked about her crappy Mandalorian show, when she talked about how she likes filming scenes with her helmet on. That was kind of accidentally a dig at the Halo show, because that fucking cocksucker keeps taking his helmet off.
I can take this suit literally anywhere. Like, this line of work can sometimes get lonely, and if I want to go mocap on a sunny day outside in the park, maybe even using the staircase, or, well, like in Ghost of Reach, I went up to the mountains in Colorado. I mean, I often put this suit on in my workroom, which is quite small, but still gets the job done because there's...
See, look how much effort that they go into doing, right? But just to give you an idea of what they can actually make, they can actually make stuff like this. So obviously this was like a...
You are sure about this, Chief?
Kind of like a Halo 5...
I have no idea what's on the other side.
...type scenario.
Yes, I trust her.
Good enough for me. I'll take point.
See, that's all blue
We're
team.
with you till the end, John.
So they can make this and get that fucking TV show struggles to put together a fucking decent looking Sang Healy without even mentioning. I don't think did they ever actually call him Sang Healy in the TV show? Fuck me, that thing was so bad, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Well, I'm also looking forward to seeing what he can make and like how it's all gonna come about, you know. Whole bunch of like passionate fucking, that's the difference, man. Passionate people working on it, like actual genuine fans that fucking care about what they're making. Whereas like with the Paramount one, you can just tell it was just slapped together. Man, it was AIDS. It was actually fucking so bad, dude. I don't know what they were thinking with that piece of shit. But yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's about everything that we have to talk about for the moment. Yeah. I'm still laughing at that Kenzo animation. But I'm going to call it here. So thank you everybody for coming out. You legends. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm doing any Twitch today. I don't know. I'm not too sure. We'll see how we go. But on that note, boys and girls, have a good day, night, evening, whatever it may be. And I'll see you all later. Bye. Oh, Kenzo. Fuck, that just came through then. So did that one. So much great lore in Halo. So much. So much. So much. Amount of times I've fucking gone through and just like read Halo shit, man. Kenzo, thank you for supporting my content, you fucking legend. Love how you plug original content creators. Lots of passionate artists out there making great stuff. Hey, it's one thing to sit down and complain about shit. It's another thing to actually make your own. We can sit down and complain all day. Nothing's going to fucking change. Nothing will ever change. If you genuinely want change, then you got to make your own change. And if you're an untalented hack like me, you have to support other people's. So I'm just doing my part the best way I can. So thank you very much, Kenzo. Take care, man. And I'll see you all later. Bye. Where the fuck's my fucking outro? There it is.
Ah! Oh, sorry. You probably thought I was a drop bear. Nah, it's me, Bush Barbie. And today, I'm here to talk to you about dingers. Because like you, this bush has seen a cockatoo. Regardless if you like it deep in the bush or prefer it in the outback, make sure you look after your wombat hole. So many critters can get down there. And believe me, it's enough to make your dango go drier than a dead dingo's donger in the desert. So don't do it. Even if he is a fun guy. Yeah, so by all means go wild. Just make sure you take a moment, in the moment, to use a moment, so you can keep the devil out of your Tassie and the jelly out of your box. That's it.